Alright, I'm Sorry Boris by Wilbur Soot. So a lot of people were doing this tutorial on YouTube, and I think that they were actually doing it wrong. They're getting the tunings confused and some of the chords and the guitar was out of tune and stuff like that. And I just wanted to clear up a couple things, and people have been asking me about doing it anyway, so I figured finally got around to doing it, so here we are. So this is a regular guitar, tuned regularly so far. I'm going to start from the bottom up so everybody understands. This is an E string, A string, D string, G string, B string, E string. This song is in a different tuning, just like most of his songs. So you're going to take this E string, just like the last one I did, you're going to take this E string and bring it down to a C, which is for those of you that know music theory and stuff, it's a major third down. And it doesn't matter if you don't, just use your tuner and bring the string down until your tuner says, right now it says D, keep going, it says C sharp. Get it in the ballpark. That's a C-ish. So this is now a C, and then this is the A string. That's going to go down a whole step to a G. That's an A. G sharp. Get in there. That's a G. And this is still a D. Everything's the same. G, that's the same. B is just the same. E is the same. So basically the guitar is tuned like a normal guitar, but the E string is now down to a C, and the A string is now down to a G. So here's the trick. What makes the song really cool is then he puts the capo on the 3rd fret. Now when you put the capo on, be careful. I see a lot of people doing this too on YouTube, and I've seen a lot of great professional guitar players do it well, but it's a trick I learned a couple years ago. Someone showed me, and I was stubborn, but he was right. Put the capo right behind the fret, almost on top of the fret. If this is the fret you're capoing, instead of going in the middle like a lot of people do, put it right behind the fret. Boom. Because when you put it in the middle, it pulls the strings too hard and puts the guitar out of tune again. Then you have to tune it again and again and again. You put it right behind the fret, doesn't really put it out of tune, which is really awesome for performing in front of people, because then you can do a song without a capo, then throw it on, and not have to worry about being totally out of tune. So there you go. Free tip. Now that we put the capo on, let's just check the tuning again, because we're not performing in front of people. So this should, now with the capo on, the tuner will register it as a D sharp, maybe an E flat, depending on your tuner. This is normally an A string, that should register as an A sharp, or a B flat, depending on your tuner. This will now be an F, this will be an A sharp, this will be a D, and that will be a G. And this is how it should sound with your capo on the 3rd fret, detuned. And he uses his thumb for this song, which is really cool. It gives it a nice mellow sound. If you had your pick, it would sound like that, but it doesn't sound like that, which is also a cool sound, but it's up to you, but I would suggest using your thumb if you want to sound like he did on the recording. So there's basically 2 sections of this song. There's the intro part that I was kind of just doing, where he's not singing, and then it slows down, and he does this part in a different time signature, they call it, in 3/4, and that is when he starts singing, which is the other part. So I'll kind of cover them in chunks, so there's not too much information at the same time, and you can kind of practice one and then do the other. So, instead of giving you a bunch of fancy diagrams and stuff, I'll just show you exactly how to play it. So, put your 2nd finger. You can use your 1st or 3rd, but I choose the 2nd. It's the strongest finger for me. It's the biggest one. So, I put my 2nd finger, my middle finger. You don't count the thumb. So, 1st, 2nd. On the 8th fret of the 5th string, which used to be called the A string. That is right between these 2 dots on your guitar. If you have dots, you should. So there's a dot here after the capo, then another one, right between those on the 5th string. And then he strums, oops, getting a little blurry, there you go. He strums from that string all the way down. You want to miss this low string, if you can. What I do also is I like to cheat. I put my thumb, it's not cheating, it's kind of like insurance policy. I put my thumb there, So it doesn't make a sound just in case I hit it, but I do try to miss it with this hand. That's the first strumming part. And he changes it as the song goes on because he's kind of making it up as he goes along. So don't get too specific about it, just get it kind of in the ballpark and listen to the song and try to make sure it sounds similar to that. So it's in slow motion, that's down, 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 up, down, up, down. Again, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 up, down, up, down. Once you get it faster, speed it up when you get it right. Down, 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 up, down, up, down. And the next chord is a freebie, really easy, nothing. Yay! Still trying to miss this string though. So if you hit it a lot, just put your thumb there and mute it. But everything else is nothing pressed. The trick with that second one is the strumming pattern is the same, but when he does the ups at the end, he mutes the strings in between, which gives a cool sound. In slow motion, I'm doing this. Down, 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 up, down, up, down. See what I'm doing? I'm going up and then hitting it with my palm to stop the sound. You can do it with this hand too. See? Stop the sound. I like doing it with this hand because then, I don't know, I could do nothing with this hand, that's just easier. So, both chords together. In super slow motion, it's down, 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 up, down, up, down. Next chord, down, 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 up, down, up, down. So that's that part. He does it twice. So cool. So the next, after he does that twice, he goes back to that first chord again, where it's the second finger on the 8th fret. Just goes down, 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 up. And on that he changes. Now it's second finger on the 5th string on the 10th fret. That's up 2 frets, and third finger on the 10th fret of the 4th string, the D string. So they're right next to each other like that. So we were here, and then we went up 2 and went like that. So that new section, down, 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 up, down, up, down. Again, down, 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 up, down, up, down. Then the next part, this chord again, our favorite chord, down, 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 up, down, up, down. What's that chord? That is first finger on the, I'm going to say 4th fret. It would be the 1st fret if you counted the capo. There's the capo, it's the next one after that. But if you counted from the back, it's 1, 2, 3, 4th. So, we're counting from the back, it's easier. So that's the 4th fret right there. Here's your dot, goes right behind that. And then your second finger is on the 5th string on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th fret. And then your third finger, your ring finger, is on the same fret, on that 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on the D string. So now it's, once again, we're not playing this string on either of those chords. So, that part, it's, so, the whole new part is from here. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down. Then it goes back to the exact first 2 chords thing, the first thing I showed you, the first 2 chords. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down. Cool. Let's go through that whole thing from the beginning. Down, 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 up, down. after that, we have this part. So this chord is pretty easy. You put your second finger on the 5th fret. Remember, we're counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th fret of the 4th string, the D string. Then your first finger is on the 4th fret of the B string. And you strum everything. Once again, missing this low one. Don't play that. So it's down, up, down, up, down. It's a new chord. What you do to get that new chord is you take your middle finger and you move it one string that way. Boom. It's the same fret, but now it's on the 5th string. You take your first finger and you move it 1, 2 strings that way. We were here. The whole thing was here. We moved our second finger there. We moved our first finger 1, 2 there. That's a cool chord. And then the next chord is our favorite. And he slows down. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So let's do that new part. In slow motion, it's down, up, down, up, down. Whoops. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Start slowing down and strum. So let's do the whole thing up to there. Now the next part is in 3/4. This is the next section. After you've done that last drum, it goes 2, 3, 4. So the good thing is there's not really any new chords in here. The way to think about this part, because there's a lot of information when you listen to it, it sounds really confusing. What he's actually doing is he's basically just going like this, to this, to this. And then a couple times he does these cool fills, like, and then he does this one. I think he does another one where he goes, don't worry about getting those specific. I'm 99% sure he made those up on the spot and he thought it was cool and he just went for it. And if you want to do a couple of those, be my guest. But it's more about just getting this strumming pattern right and then singing along with that. And that's the fun of music, kind of seeing how it goes as you play. So the first chord to the new part is, we've done this chord before. It's this one, where you put your second finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string, and the first finger is on the 4th fret, right after the capo, on the B string, on the 2nd string. And you're not strumming this low string again, you're strumming from here. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and 1. And this is this chord again. Moves from here, second finger moves to there. I've done this before. First finger moves 1, 2 to there. So the first chord's this, second chord's this, and then the next chord is our favorite chord. At least it's my favorite chord. And the strumming is the important part. Down, up, 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 down. That's pretty much the rest of the song. Now, as far as the fills go, the fills, the little things he plays in between, I'll show you a couple extra credit. There's one where he puts his second finger, or your first or third, on the 10th fret of this low string, and he just goes down. He goes down. One fret at a time. So where he does that fills, he goes down, up, down, up, down, down, down. Right? Here's another one. That one's cool. He does 12th fret on the low string, and then open, which is a really low note, and then 8th fret. Cool. Let's try the whole thing. Let's see if I can get through the whole thing without messing up. Wait, I messed up. Don't forget that. Here we go. That's the song. A lot of work, but really fun and not unreasonable because it's totally doable. Just remember the tuning. That's the trickiest part. Remember, this is when you start with the guitar tuned regularly. First, tune the guitar regular. Make sure everything's okay just while you're learning it. Then tune this down to a C, going way down. C is pretty far from an E. This is an E, that's a C. Big difference. Then this goes down to a G, normally an A. So that's going to be not as far, but also pretty far. And these are regular. Capo on the 3rd fret, check the tuning again, and then you're off to the races. And it should be pretty easy after that. Have fun.